It has been 2 years since this pandemic fiasco started. Most of the world shut down, from the slow growth of businesses, the breakdown of the health sectors, millions of people falling ill, enveloped by death, and lastly, the stagnant clasps of education. Agonized by this pandemic, the loss of hope, and the reality that the possibility of this pandemic never ending is high, all of us are at the brink of giving up. In our minds, we lost the battle, that we can never rebuild and be normal again. Many of us have a sweet reminiscing moment of a mask-free world once again, where we can just escape from one place to another without worrying the possibility of getting infected. But these are just hopes and dreams that are far from reality. In retrospect, as students are fighting for our knowledge, this pandemic altered our original plans to go to school, learn, have fun with friends, cling with relationships, and make ourselves and or our parents proud through graduating. But this time, it changed. We are all stuck sitting in our own spaces, either alone or with many people that may cause a chaotic environment. We sit there hours for endless hours, answering, reading, trying not to be engulfed by slumber, and so much more. In all honesty, the situation of not only the other sectors, but especially the education sectors, the teachers and the students are hard. And as a student, I have dealt with so much problems, especially when it comes to my education. It even came to the point where I shut myself from everybody, curled up and cried because I cannot deal with the reality that to my mind will forever be etched and can never be resolved. It cost me a handful of fears, what ifs, and so much more. But this I could say, I am doing my best, striving and seeing what reality has brought to me. It makes me work hard to get out of this situation and be an aid to people who experience a sense of pessimism brought by this pandemic. It is hard. The sense of dread and the unknown feeling will always be there. Even so, we, the students, stand for a brighter future. Education remains our greater hope in this new normal setup. We are the future, and we are doing our best to contribute to the possibility of an answer towards ending this situation. Many of us could have chosen to stop, but we believe that this step through education is a firm step in rebuilding a solid nation, an avenue for a better tomorrow. It might be a long, hard drive ahead, but as we motivate ourselves, when we fall and back up again, we see, I see, a tunnel leading to an end of this pandemic pain. We educate ourselves, we go through a lot of process, and we strive hard that one day these optimistic wills will find full effect for answers. And as we remain hopeful and optimistic, we should never forget to be real, to not just be resilient, ignorant, or complacent, but to tell ourselves that we stand with full optimism for the reality that this pandemic brought to us. That in order for us to get to the bottom of this, we have to be firm in our education. Let this be a guide in lighting the reality and solving all of its demeanors. And as I end my little talk, I bid everyone to stay hopeful and stand in truth with reality. To my fellow students, let what we are sacrificing now be the future's aid towards ending this fiasco. I have high hopes that we can all do it. We are the future, and let us be the answer towards ending all of this. We can do this. Just be optimistic and grasp of full reality. I know it is hard, but with complete hope, with complete trust with ourselves, this pandemic will be a step behind us. I hope that everyone got what I said, and I hope we grab that chance to be optimistic and be real to what we are heading. Thank you.